Alright, round two at trying to record this. For whatever reason, the last one I recorded, when I tried to play it back, it only actually uploaded, or, recorded and then uploaded about, like, a quarter of it for some reason. But anyways, so, this is my beautiful Staghorn. It's actually a pretty large specimen, like, to give you an idea, of its total height. Like, its body itself, if I put my hand next to it, its foot's probably about, like, 3 hands wide. And then, like, lengthwise, any one of its horns are probably, what? I'm looking at probably at least 2.5, 3 hands long. So it's a good-sized plant. And actually, it's grown tremendously since Maggie, hold on, babe. Since I purchased it. So, to give you an idea of some of the things I'm wondering about it is, this is what I refer to as the foot. It's what I found its name online. I don't know. I'm sure it's not its scientific name. I don't even know if it's its correct, common name, but that's what I'm going to refer to it from now on. But this is actually multiple pups that have kind of all conglomerated onto each other. So, for instance, the original one is actually not the one that we're looking at. The original pup that I bought was, or Staghorn rather, is down here. So that one, see how there's right there's a Staghorn and there's a foot around it. So that was the original one that was grafted to my board. It was put on sphagnum moss and attached through fish line. It's kind of hard to see the fish line through the camera, but so that was him. And then what happened was, he's gone through a couple hardships, a few short or late waterings. When I was out of town for a week for this vacation, no watering was being done. So I think that's what led to some of this yellowing. But the other issue that I'm finding is that the foot is overgrowing the other pups. So, like, this one right here makes me believe they might be self-aware of it, because if you look at this foot, it's growing in a very specific way that's trying not to smother this particular pup. So my thought is maybe they're self-aware and they won't kill off their own, young. But then it doesn't make sense, because if you look at the one that I was talking about, that's the original, I'm not seeing that behavior at all. It doesn't seem to be protecting it. It's completely overshadowing it. And I can't tell if this yellowing that I'm seeing is a product of basically it getting a lack of light or nutrient or whatever because this other one's out competing it, or if that's just a product of a lack of fertilization or overwatering, or who knows. I don't believe it's overwatering, because I actually have this guy. He's got a ball of soil in the middle, but he's wrapped in sphagnum moss. And generally speaking, that thing dries out really quick. So I saturate the daylights out of it, but I never see like an immediate like yellowing or wilting afterwards. This seems to be the product of more dry phases. So I definitely don't think it's an issue of overwatering. Not to mention the new one that's taken off. I mean, look at that new horn. It's just thriving. So I think it's more of an issue of fertilization would be my guess. But, obviously that's why I'm kind of sharing this with you, is I want to see what your thoughts are and if you would confirm that as well. But to give you an idea of how this is done, so basically he's grafted, I went and got a live edge board, and you can see it there. He's grafted on with, it's kind of hard to see, but where is it? There's an example of it. Fishing line that's holding him on still. He hasn't fully grafted himself. And then what I've done, I'm sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, but I've done it to where I put wall mountings on there and rubber feet and everything. So one day he'll be able to like actually hang ornately like that. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to do this one hand on somebody's wall and flush. And what I'm waiting to do is for his, I'm just going to sit him down real quick so I'm not making the camera all shaky. I'm waiting for him to fully grasp and wrap that board, so that way the string can be removed and he'll be a final product. But what was concerning me is that his old horn yellowed and fell off, and that petrified me at first until I saw that it put off a new pup and even bigger horns. So I think this is just the natural life cycle of this plant, is the pups are only so long-lived and new ones keep coming along, replacing it and overgrowing them. But I wanted to kind of run it past you because obviously, as you can tell, I'm running it in an artificial environment. This is all indoors, grow lamps and everything. I've got tons of species of plants around them. So, it's hard to say, is there some kind of, I don't believe there's any parasites down here. I've been really good about keeping this area clean of them, but it could be, overlight, underlight, overwatering, undernutrient. Like, there's a million things it could be. And so I'm looking for somebody with experience with the plant to say, like, is this normal? Do they just kind of, as they age, kind of yellow and drop older leaves and it's part of the ongoing growth? Or when I see that, is it a sign that I actually missed something like a nutrient need or something? And you know, you get what I'm getting at. So I just love to know what your thoughts are, and I hope you liked it, because I'm very proud of this plant. I have a love for any parasitic plant. I have a bunch of air plants over here, all thriving. Like you can notice, funny enough, I love this one because it's actually 3 generations living together. On the right there is the mother. Over here are the daughters, and if you look right in the middle, they're granddaughters growing off of it. Yeah, I just discovered ants inside of some of my bromeliads. This big one over here. I took them outside, so they're not there, but they're pups. Where is it? Oh, I can't see because the camera's too zoomed in. But anyways, yeah, I got to deal with that because some of these bromeliads have ants after the spring. But anywho, so yeah, anything that you can recommend to do with this guy, I would be incredibly appreciative, because I love him and I only want to see him get bigger and more awesome. So anything I can do to become a better Staghorn caretaker would be appreciated. I'd love the info. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.